Welcome to another episode of Raven Conversations. I'm Joe C. Mandel, State Public Affairs Officer for the Washington National Guard. And today I'm joined by Sergeant First Class Rachael Magno. She is the Personnel NCO at the 205th Regional Training Institute here on Camp Murray. And you recently completed your master's degree in healthcare administration from the University of Arizona's Global Campus. And she's here today to talk about kind of her educational journey, how the education office helped, and share some of those resources and information with younger guardsmen.
Yes, sir.
So, I appreciate you coming on.
Not a problem, sir.
Yeah, so real quick intro on yourself.
So I joined the Washington Army National Guard in 2003. So I hit my 20 years this month.
Nice, congrats.
I started out with the 741st EOD, and then I went to the 176, stayed there for about 6 years as an engineer, and then I went to 741st again, the EOD, and then I went to G1, where I learned a lot, especially with getting into education, my benefits and stuff like that. And then I went to the 205th, where I am going to be retiring in a couple of years.
Very nice, very nice. So you joined in 2003. How did you learn about the Guard?
I learned about the Guard from my ex-husband. So he was prior active duty, and then he took a long break. And then what happened was he went back in to get his retirement, and then I decided that I wanted to join the National Guard to get an education benefits. And so when I joined, my intent was for the educational benefits. Yep. A year after, got an AGR job, and then I waited a few years. So 2015 is when I started my educational journey again.
Yeah, so December of 2002, I joined the Guard, and it was the same thing. It was the educational benefits. That's the reason I joined. And I told myself I'm going to do 6 years, I'm going to get out. And here I am, 21, almost 22 years later, still doing it. So yes. it never, I never expected it. And probably the same way, right? You never expected to be here that long. But it feels good, and it's a great place to work every day. So not the reason you're here. You're here to talk about your educational journey. So in 2019, you completed your bachelor's degree.
I did.
And then in 2023, you completed your master's degree. So kind of talk about what led to starting those two degrees.
So I knew that I wouldn't be in the military forever. So I decided to choose a occupation that will never go away. And healthcare administration will always be there. So in 2015, that's when I started. I talked with the educational office over at Building 15 quite a bit. They were my go-tos, especially with Miss Ellie Mae. Yep. Love her.
Love Ellie Mae. She's been on with us before.
Yes. And then, so I used my educational bit. I used the TA. I also used FAFSA. But with the TA, it made it so easy because I did not have to pay 1 penny for my bachelor's.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I love that.
Yeah, the only thing I had to pay for was my diploma just to get it. So, and then I took a year break and decided I'm going to do my master's in healthcare administration as well. I used my TA for that one as well also. Yeah. The thing about it is, if it wasn't for the educational the educational section in Building 15, I probably would have never even thought of doing my master's or my bachelor's. Yeah. Their help alone.
Yeah. What kind of help did they give you?
They gave me information on how to apply for the TA. They gave me information on how to get extra scholarships, money for my educational benefits. They also gave me support. Every time I went in there, they always asked me how I was doing, how I was getting along, and how my grades were. And so that excited me and made me want to work harder.
Yeah, they kind of gave you that
push.
That push. They kind of become like a counselor almost for they're checking on you to make sure, are your grades in line? Are you getting the resources you need? That's fantastic because I don't think a lot of I remember back as a freshman in my undergrad, I didn't have that until I joined ROTC. And even until I joined the Guard, I didn't have that. And so it was kind of one of those things. I'm glad to hear that they do that kind of stuff.
Yes.
So I got my master's degree from Grand Canyon. You chose University of Arizona's Global Campus. Can you explain the program and why you chose that?
Well, it started out to be Ashford University, and then University of Arizona took over.
Mm-hmm.
And the people there was just so nice. They checked on me constantly because I had a bad time while I was doing my my master's, because it was about a 9-month period where I got COVID.
Mm-hmm.
My mom passed. So the school checked on me constantly, almost every month, especially my the healthcare administration department.
Mm-hmm.
And they were making sure that I got everything I needed, the time I needed to recover. And then, it's just a great school, and for them to check on me constantly, that was amazing.
Yeah. So being a working professional, you did an online degree for both.
Did.
Talk about that experience. You're here every day as an AGR, but you still are a full-time student, essentially getting your degrees, and you knocked them both out within a short time period.
Yes.
Talk about that experience.
Oh, it was difficult, but it took a lot of determination, especially working full-time, having a full-time family, full-time school. If it hadn't been for my unit, my commander, my sergeant major, I probably would not have done such a well job, because, let's face it, with all of that, I still maintained a 3.83 GPA. So it's just that support from the unit, from the educational services. It just made a huge difference for me.
Yeah. So healthcare administration.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of your plans? You talked about retiring. Is that kind of
Yes.
your goal, is to move into healthcare administration after you're done with your full-time Guard career?
Yes, sir. So right now I am starting to look for internships that will give me that 6 months of start.
Mm-hmm.
So with the CSP program.
Yeah.
And once that takes off, they have opportunities in all kinds of healthcare. Like when I went to the TAP,
It's the transition office.
yeah, the
isn't it? Yeah.
transition office, they showed me that there was a lot more than just the healthcare administration. So that degree plan can go multiple ways in the healthcare industry.
Yeah. So you kind of talked about the education office helping out, the resources they give. What is that kind of information you can tell younger guardsmen who are like right there? They're like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a degree. What kind of information could you give them or share with them?
I would say don't wait. Don't wait for someone to talk to you about education. Go ask questions. Go to your education office. Get all the information that you can, because starting as early as you can will only benefit you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's too true. I think that's probably the greatest thing I think you could tell them is just ask questions, get the information. So anything else you want to share?
Definitely get your education, because, you're not going to be in the military and you need it.
Yeah. Well, if you're interested in learning more about the education office, we can definitely put that information in the notes, and we can definitely share the video with Ellie Mae. She gives a phenomenal amount of information, like
Yes,
you said.
she
She's
does.
Fantastic. If you like the video, give it a like. If you want to watch more Guard videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And thanks for coming up, Sir Magno. We appreciate
Thank you, sir.
coming.